rumors, maybe throwing some lies. They will set her name to fire before they look in her eyes. Be careful, nigga.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Sakara, and right now I'm with Kiki Devii. So thank you so much for giving me your time today. I was listening to your EP and I love all the tracks. You know, it was short, but it was so concise.
They say silence is deadly, but noise is too cruel. They rather see a woman.
Femtivity is actually female relativity. For me, I was trying to choose a topic that basically encompassed everything a woman goes through, and I feel like the project basically portrayed that it was talking about what women go through in society through a woman's perspective, an angry woman's perspective. That's basically what Femtivity is.
And listening to it, I was so impressed. So I want to ask you, where are you getting this wisdom from? Is it real life experience? Is it your friends? Is it your family?
There's a rumor in my country that kids born of men who are older are born old souls. So I think if anything, it would probably be that I was raised around a lot of older people, and I don't know, I was just given the chance to develop my own thoughts and to see things for itself. I wasn't really given that appearance. You know how society likes to give its kids that imagination, but it was raw, and so it allowed me to develop just this thought process and this perspective.
And that's the beauty of it. I don't know the last time I heard a project that was speaking on such real topics realistically. So, you know, Lauryn Hill days, Queen Latifah. So who were the women in your life that actually impacted you through music?
You just said them. Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah. I love Erykah Badu. I am obsessed with Jill Scott. It's a thing. These are women that help to shape me. There's so many. There's Grace Jones. Damn, do I love a Grace Jones. And there's also Patra. I don't know if you know of her. She was a Jamaican dancehall queen in the early 90s. She's also like big. And Lady Soul. I have too many. Just too many great women in my life that kind of helped me to love what I love now.
So where's your country? I just want to make sure.
I'm Jamaican Panamanian, so I'm mostly Jamaican. I would like to say I'm not really aware of Panamanian culture, but very deep in terms of the Jamaican diaspora and feeling what it is. So.
You want to? I think these words fucking on my rear view, nigga. Cause this ain't nothing, just a one night stand on repeat. Or both some nights, but that ass is still a fucking cheat. Now from society and fed up, telling them to get up. Never should have grown up. Just for them to treat me like trash or fucking fed up.
I want to know who and what song impacted you.
Oh, it would be Pull Up to My Bumper by Grace Jones. I don't know why, as a child when I first heard that song, it just awakened this thing in me that I just couldn't get rid of, and just seeing her move around and just seeing the video and just knowing what she was bringing to her time in terms of being a woman and you know, when you really start to see, I don't know, she's just like a goddess to me. I love her. So it would be Pull Up to My Bumper. It's really erotic, and yes, and it makes a solid point.
And it makes you want to dance too.
It does. If I was going to think second, I'd probably think UNITY, because as a child hearing that was cool, and I want to be down with you. Just these visions and Salt and Pepper and just all these women of these songs just really help to like set me on. I love them. I can't stay still when I hear them.
Yeah, and that's exactly, I knew you were going to say unity, because I swear, I said that, I was like, it has to be unity. I can hear it through your lyrics, and I love it. So, I mean, listening to songs like Oh Susie, I realized that you're really, really big on Black culture, and I love that, and I appreciate that. And I feel like a lot of people now are starting to speak up more about it, owning their rights, appreciating who they are. But to be honest, that came after Meek Mill cases, and that came after really terrible things happening in society. What led you to want to speak about your culture and Black is beautiful and to inspire others to be who they are?
I was kind of raised in a household that was really big on Black culture. We are deep in our roots, and we carry this pride for being Black or Blackness. Jamaican women that I know are very proud. My mom is only half Black, and she's a very proud Black woman, and she owns it to the fullest. And just seeing that, it kind of made me become that way as a child. I was raised that way. I was raised by my mother and so many other influential men in my life who made me know that my Blackness was beautiful and I should appreciate it for what it is. So it kind of, I feel like me doing this and building this rhetoric and pushing this message or this idea of what the new Black woman is or what the Black woman was and was always, will always be, it stems from that. It stems from that deep, my upbringing. It's a beautiful thing.
And Oh Susie, where did you get that name from? I'm just curious.
Okay, so Old Susie actually is about my experience with white girl privilege, and it's also about the black male's perspective because I was really pissed off. I see a lot of things in media and I get a little pissed off sometimes, just like every other woman. I don't think I necessarily get bitter, but I do get a little frustrated with it. So I say to myself that I'm not the standard European beauty in a lot of the things. As a child I grew up, I was aware of that. And the way society pushes these standards, it pissed me off. And we're basically supposed to be prim and proper, like this racial cohort, versus being ourselves. So I said to myself that why is it that this is considered appropriate and what I'm doing is not considered appropriate? And it just kind of stemmed this staunch, just this raunchiness in me to like, I don't know, I just exploded.
I like that. And then you also talk about women shining bright. Be who you are. Be yourself.
I'm a womanist to 100%. I believe in the idea of the woman. I believe in her strength. I believe in her being able to conquer all things because she has, and she continuously will, regardless if there's a man there beside her or not, which is wonderful. And I don't know. I just want to emphasize issues that I'm going through and other black girls are going through, not necessarily because I'm going through it, because I feel like it's important to start talking about it for black girl generations to come. So when it comes to being a womanist and just preaching that message and letting women know that, listen, you're beautiful and you don't have to, and you're not beautiful because your physical appearance. You're beautiful because on the inside what you have to offer, what you consistently give society and have it slammed back in your face. You're unique, you're everything, and I really want women who listen to my music to feel that, to feel the pain that I went through, identify with it, and use it to inspire them to do other things. So womanism to the death of me, I guess.
I love that. I mean, I was inspired. To be honest, I felt really connected to Mr. Shy Guy. That was my favorite record. It actually literally brought tears to my eyes, I think because I felt the passion and I felt every word you were saying. And it was really deep to me because I was noticing that what you were saying happens to so many women. Yes. Over and over again. Yes. And men know it, but they don't stop it. They just continue.
They don't, and as women, we feel as if it's our responsibility to deal with them. We feel as if it's our responsibility to change them, to try to make them see that they can be a better person. And I'm saying, no, I'm not with the rhetoric. I want you to know what you're doing. These women may not be able to tell you in words what you're doing to them, but I want to be able to let you know. And so that song was actually a song dedicated to my boyfriend who I'm with now, because early in our relationship and whatever, I know we never talk about boyfriends in media and stuff, but I do have a boyfriend, and that song was actually built on our relationship in the past versus now. So I had to get that out to let him know, like, they say silence is deadly.
That's a fact. So I wanted to know, with the title Shy Guy, yes. Where did that really come from?
I don't know. I really love to listen to Diana King's I Don't Want No Shy Guy. And so I used to think about, that's generally the type of person that I would like to date, shy guys. So the person this happened to be about is also a shy guy. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna call this shy guy because it makes sense. Because when you see this type of guy, you'd never expect certain things from them. And then it comes out of the blue. And I was like, no. This is not about everyday regular men that we deal with. This is about the shy guy who doesn't speak but is still a quote unquote, that kind of guy. So, a womanizer.
Exactly. So I appreciate you making music like that. That's so open and honest and getting down to the core, and you're not afraid to say how you feel.
Yes.
If there's one thing you want people to get out of this project, what was that one goal that you wanted people to feel when they heard it?
I don't think I had just one goal. It's just just wanting people to relate to it. That'll probably be it. I just want you to mourn. I feel like it's important in society that we mourn. There's a lot going on now and we need a way to mourn, and I want you to wake up in the morning and hear this song and know that you're not alone in what you're going through, that someone is going through it with you. I sound really empathetic, but it's really why I do it. I really want to have music that is there for the black girl. So when she wakes up in the morning, and not just a black girl, every kind of woman, because I am technically Afro-Latina, if you want to call it that, and I want women to feel like they have somebody who is not just talking about, I'm gonna pop my pussy on the weekends, but there's some shit that I'm dealing with, and I want you to know that we're doing it as a group. He cheated on you, but he cheated on me too, and he cheated on me too, and we're gonna talk about it as a woman, and we're gonna cry, and then we're gonna do better, and then that's it.
So how did you train your voice? Did you do any training? I mean, you're singing, you're rapping, and actually, to be honest, that takes years of practice for most human beings because that's hard to do.
I would like to say I fake started rapping in April when I won the WHCS radio competition. Yes, I'm a new rapper. However, singing and I were kind of familiar. As a child growing up, I did do gospel. I traveled and did concerts and so forth. My mother's in a singing group. So I guess I was always built to have that kind of performance or just be able to talk the way I do. So I guess, I don't know. It wasn't training. It was just my upbringing, really. It was just my exposure. And then, yeah. And then rap came out of anger, to be quite honest.
Because it sounds so good and so real. Yeah, I can totally tell. So are you releasing any music videos or?
I do have the Story of the Angry Black Girl music video coming out. It was supposed to be released way before. We're going to release it within the next week. I also have a video coming out for my mixtape that's coming out next, which is, you're going to hear a peek, if you're here for tonight, you're going to hear the peek of Look More. Look More is a dancehall mixtape because I also do dancehall. And I don't just rap, I do a lot of things. And I dabble in reggaeton as well because that's my culture as well. Reggaeton was originated in Panama. We all know that, El General, we know it growing up. And I'm excited, oh my God. The songs on this mixtape make me so excited. I love Femtivity. Femtivity is everything to me. But this is about talking about real shit, but dancing to it. It's wonderful. Exactly.
So, do you speak another language?
I do speak other languages. However, I speak Patois, obviously, Jamaican Patois easily. I speak Spanish as well. I speak it to my child. I'm trying to finish up my Haitian Creole because I have a thing for Haitian Creole. I have a thing for Haitians. They're beautiful people. It's like Naboulé, like they're beautiful people, and I love their culture. So I'm trying to learn their language as well, so I could, perfect it.
So in the future, can we possibly hear some reggaeton, like some Spanish? I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to say yes, we do have that coming. We do. That was actually designated before I even recorded Femtivity. It was just my first feeling. I was like, I need to get this out. I need to bring out my culture. I need you to feel what Mayal and Santeria is. And I want you guys to... It's coming. Reggaeton, we're coming. We're coming with the reggaeton.
That's what's up. I can't wait personally. And today is this your first concert?
With me headlining, yeah. Yes, this is my first concert ever as me as headliner. I performed over the summer and so forth at different venues, but this is my concert. It's like, oh my God.
That's so awesome. What are some of the venues, or where are some of the venues that you performed?
I performed at Purely Circumstantials. They had a event there. I performed at another cafe in Bushwick. I performed at a fashion show. I performed. There's a bunch of venues that I was going to and performing, and it would be last minute stuff. I did a couple of open mics, which is kind of different. Every rapper does a little open mic. But in terms of the concert, I think I did around like 4 solid concerts for the summer. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I honestly can't wait to see what's next. I'm looking forward to it. It's a wonderful project. Make sure you check it out.
Kiki Devii official for Instagram, KIKIDEVII official. Facebook is the same thing, Kiki Devii. Twitter, Kiki Devii. SoundCloud, Kiki Devii. There's Kiki Devii everywhere. You can go to kikidevii.com. I also have my website where you can get a preview of all my music and basically find out where I'm going next. It's your girl Kiki Devii, and you are watching Sakara.com. Don't you move, keep on pushing. Yeah.
If I could change 5 things before my father died, I would never trust my brother because he's fucking 5. Undercover motherfucker always picking shit. Acting like he ain't do nothing, call me bottom bitch. If I could change his legacy for only 2 minutes, I take the books, erase his girl because she's a fucking bitch. Always scheming, check the facts, she's a side chick. Gave one nigga 10 years, he still ain't wifed it. If you could change 5 things before my father died, I'd be braver making stones from my insides and come fiercer for the little girl they fucking dissed. For them bullets that came at me but always fucking missed. If I could change 5 things before my father died, I would take his will and plan his fucking suicide. For leaving his little girl to live a shit life, or cheating with my mom on his grimy wife. If I could change 5 things before my father died, I would never let a fucking tear fall from my eyes. I would never waste a trip to see him one last time. Cause he never did his job and now I'm torn inside. He's fucking selfish for the shit he put my family through. Like screaming at my mom just because she overcooked his food. Like who is he to be the judge and jury of my future? A future a strong woman had to build without you. He's the reason I don't believe in fucking fairy tales. My mom would tell me he's in heaven, but that nigga in hell. And I'm glad I never got his fucking last name. I hope the feelings he feels in pain in hell gives him the worst pain. If I could change 5 things before my father died, but I could never change it. Ain't that some fucking shit?
Mm-hmm.